This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome back to another live broadcast for this evening's Edmonton Oilers game. A 7 p.m. puck drop between the Oilers and the Seattle Kraken this evening as we close out the preseason at long last. Let me tell you, it's been quick, short, long, and exhausting this preseason so far, but we currently find ourselves one game to go and a lot of decisions to be made today. As you saw the video a few moments ago, the Matthias Janmark and Dmitry Samorukov discussion video about them being placed on waivers, just two victims of the cap crunch the Edmonton Oilers face themselves in to begin the NHL season. So that is where we're at. Jobs are on the line. Things are ready to roll here in this final preseason game for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. And it's going to be one of those matchups against the Seattle Kraken that really defines who makes it and who doesn't. There's 93 viewers watching the warm-up between the Kraken and Oilers this evening. And things, I think, are going to look good for us, pretty much close to an NHL lineup. There will be the fourth line will be the bubble guys trying to make it as they try to make their decisions between a Devon Shore and a James Hamlin, a Devon Shore and a Brad Malone, Ryan Murray and Philip Broberg, Markus Niemelainen, and those two players. So there's a lot to be decided yet, and for the Oilers, we'll see just what happens right here, right now against the Kraken this evening. Still looking for the lines. I don't believe they're out and available as of yet, so we'll keep tuned waiting for that. Folks, I'd like to welcome you into this evening's broadcast. It's my great pleasure to have you along for what will be a great evening of Edmonton Oilers hockey. Like I said, the final game to close out the preseason this evening. I'll have the link for you available when it is available on the Edmonton Oilers website this evening. So look for that in the top of the chat. Good evening, folks, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm getting reminded of in this live stream. Yes, it is Thanksgiving long weekend up here in Canada. It's going to be a great weekend to catch up, rest up, and kind of get involved with some family. I actually have my brother in town this weekend as well. So I've got a busy little weekend planned, and this is where we're going to try and fit in YouTube in between the cracks. Is simply put, I've got tonight my sister comes to town. We go see my brother and hang out this evening. Probably have a little bit too much fun late in the evening. Wake up late tomorrow. Go about my day tomorrow. Meet up with my mom, my sister, and my brother for supper or lunch in Calgary. And I might be hanging out with one of my cousins as well tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, Saturday night is my big night to just really go out and hang out with my sister. Then Sunday, we've got a hockey game at 3 o'clock in Crossfield to go tune into. So that'll be a good time. Then we've got, Sunday night, I've got a friend coming in from out of town. It's dinner with her, and then secondary to that, hang out with my sister before she leaves town Monday morning, and away we go, a weekend jam-packed with everything, and I know I've forgotten something in there. Anyway, go Kraken tonight, Troy. I think that's what happened last time. I think the Kraken won 4-0, if I'm not mistaken, or shut us out by some margin of score, so hopefully that doesn't happen. There were back-to-back shutouts against the Oilers this preseason, so we're open for some offense tonight, and I think with Connor McDavid and company more than likely in the lineup, I think that is exactly what we are in store to see, hopefully. I mean, if the Kraken play Grubauer, maybe not, who knows, never know, but we'll find it out as we go along this evening. Now that said too, like I said, we're just waiting for the Oilers or somebody associated with the Oilers to release their lineup for this evening, and I don't even want to dignify that, but I love it. Anyway, yes, so it is going to be a busy weekend, and hopefully for the Oilers we can figure out the lines right away. If there's any questions, I see there's about 14 of you in here in the chat right now. If you want to let me know any questions you have going into tonight's final preseason matchup, I'd love to answer them. I think I've watched a lot of hockey this preseason, not nearly as much as most people, because I know those 8 o'clock games have killed me, and a couple of those 7 o'clock games I had prior commitments, so it was a matter of just getting the stream up for the first period and dipping on out after that. But as we get ready for this Oilers versus Kraken matchup, I see some views trickling in on the Oilers Kraken live stream from a couple of days ago. That was actually kind of the mind-boggling thing about that Vancouver live stream the other day, was because we had back-to-back Vancouver streams. I had like 167 some odd views on the Vancouver Canucks stream from the day prior, while I was live on the Canucks versus Oilers stream that I was doing. Now, without having to do some schoolwork, John, that's fantastic. I've actually mentioned you out there a couple of times, not obviously by username or anything, but to folks that are like, wow, people actually watch this. People actually sit here and just watch you live talking about the game. Like, yeah, there's people that tune into the game. They're just doing their own thing, and they just got me on in the background, and that's the way we go. And that's the nifty part, right? Obviously, I've kind of built myself all preseason as just the guy you kind of get the link from, and then you go on your merry way. Obviously, we do have quite a few people now all of a sudden hanging out as this preseason's gone along, and I appreciate that. Because the background numbers of YouTube really appreciate that. Let me tell you, that's where things get made up. I get a, if I could show you my screen, there's a kind of broadcast overview on YouTube that shows me how the broadcast is doing, and what it is 14, like it tells me concurrent viewers, so how many live right now, what the chat rate is, how many views total on the live stream, and what the average view duration on the live stream is. And the folks that stick around and enjoy 50 an hour, the full length live stream, whatever it is, that is how that average view duration cranks up. So that's very interesting to see that last game out it was averaging about 211, and already to begin tonight's broadcast we're at 216. So thank you very much for that, folks, and I very appreciate if you just leave me on. That's great. That's fantastic, and I really feel special that I can be a part of your evening to that kind of extent. Anyway, yes, if you're just joining up, you want to leave a like on the stream, you're excited for tonight's game, whatever you want to say, I'd love to have a little bit of engagement for sure to show for the stream, but not too worried about that as of yet, as we are rocking and rolling. Already the best hour of views on the channel today. Like I said, I'm just filling time because there's really not much to talk about until we get a lineup and we can actually discuss who's in, who's out, and who's trying to make the team tonight. It looks like there's been some transfers. It looks like Corey Pronman's at the Winnipeg Ice versus Regina Pats game tonight, and it looks like, ooh, there we go. See, this is why you just say things out loud. Folks in the chat, take care of you. Thank you, my man. We will go get this going and go over to Tony Brar on Twitter. For some reason, I must have missed the update there. Well, I'm not following him. I guess I just have the auto select in the playlist there, you could say. But the lineup came out a minute ago, so also don't fault me there. We were just a minute behind the news. That's actually pretty good live on YouTube. Oilers lines October 7th, my friends. There we go. And here we go. All right, we got some pre-game content to get to right here, right now. Browse file, and the last lineup coming from Tony Brar. Now going over to Tony Brar one more time to start this preseason, in which we will go here and go here. That's a little too aggressive. I made the shape weird, so we'll go here and boom. The Oilers lineup tonight versus the Seattle Kraken. It's Kane, McDavid, Puljujarvi. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is our first look at the actual top line going into the season, followed by Holloway, Draisaitl, and Hyman, McLeod, Nugent Hopkins, Ryan, Malone, Shore, Hamlin. So, here you go. You've got it. 1 or 2. 2, more than likely, because the cap constraints of that fourth line are not going to make this team, right? Shore's probably there. Hamlin and Malone, cap situations might make them friendly to that. I'm not sure how the calculations exactly work. However, Devon Shore, Brad Malone, and James Hamlin are playing for their jobs. And then who are you missing? Well, you're missing, obviously, you're missing Kyler Yamamoto in that lineup. And then you're missing, what else am I missing? Hold on. I had this. I blanked out. I had this all rambled off in my head. I know who you're missing, but can my brain think of it right now? No. Anyway, yeah. So the Oilers, right? two of these guys are not going to be in the opening night lineup. I can guarantee that, because Warren Foegele is the guy you're missing on the right wing with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So I think this is one of those nights where Holloway has to just close it out and cement his spot in the top six. And I think secondary to that is how the bottom six will shake out. I believe Derek Ryan, Devon Shore, and Warren Foegele will be your fourth line. And Jesse Puljujärvi will stay on the top line. This is just my guess, with McLeod, Nugent-Hopkins, and Yamamoto as the third line. I know they're pretty set in stone that Fogel's going to be on that third line, but I wouldn't read too much into that as of yet until it actually happens, because I don't see Yamamoto being on the fourth line, and I kind of see Puljujärvi, no matter what, starting the year on the top line, being given that rope to either produce results or we'll figure it out, and that's where we sit. So that's my view on it. Again, Puljujärvi very well could find himself on the fourth line to start the season as well, because Foegele very well might be cemented into that third line right wing spot. Either way, that is your lineup tonight, my friends. Good evening and welcome to Dolynny TV. It is my pleasure to have you along for tonight's broadcast. And again, try not to quit. Sorry, I couldn't read what that was supposed to say. That's supposed to be 6-3 Oilers tonight. And we can get a high quality warm up, but the game itself, they'll film it with potato. Actually, no. So tonight's game is at Rogers Place. It should be a high quality stream. It should be very high quality tonight, so we should be fine. That Abbotsford game was kind of rough, so hopefully we can get a little bit better broadcast production tonight, and we should be good to go with a good old Oilers broadcast this evening. So, folks, we're about 18 minutes away from game time. I haven't talked about the defense, so let me go here to Darnell Nurse, Cody Ceci, Brett Kulak, Evan Bouchard, Ryan Murray, and Tyson Barrie. Yeah, so clearly I think we know how that one's going to play out. That, unless barring some injury, barring Ryan Murray really screwing up tonight, is your opening top six. Because I don't think Philip Broberg's done just enough to stick around in that top six spot. And I also don't think that Markus Niemelainen has done just enough to beat them out for a roster spot, unless things really change going into tonight. That's the thing. We still have decision time after the game's over. Tonight is not the end-all, be-all of Edmonton Oilers main camp. So that's where we find ourselves this evening, folks, that is the lineup you will see for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, and we will look forward to seeing what they do against the Seattle Kraken this evening. So we are, like I said, 17 minutes now away from puck drop, starting to gain up momentum here on the stream, and we are excited for what will be a good game tonight. Again, if you have not heard, Matthias Janmark and Dmitry Samorukov were placed on waivers by the Oilers for the purpose of assignment to the Bakersfield Condors. And Jack Campbell will start and play the full 60 minutes this evening, so don't even worry about who the backup is. So, we're sitting here, cranking away. We're ready to rock and roll for what will be a good hockey game this evening. Hopefully, a productive one for the Oilers. I'd love to see that fourth line come up and do something massive, right? Whether it be Shore, whether it be Malone, whether it be Hamblin. I'd love for them to go out there and do something incredible tonight. Try and really put on a show for Oilers management. And secondary to that, obviously, watching Dylan Holloway do his thing. A breakout game this preseason from Jesse Puljujärvi wouldn't hurt. And Derek Ryan just cementing his spot as well would be a pretty effective thing to go there too. So technically, you could also put Derek Ryan in the minors. That does free up cap space in a whole complete different situation. So there's a ton of ways the Oilers are going to have to look at doing things here. And it is absolutely on that fourth line to force those decisions to be made. That is the tough part there. It is absolutely 110% up to that fourth line to complicate everything that happens after tonight. So we'll see exactly what they choose to do, but for the Oilers right now, we're just waiting for that stream link to go live, and then we can get things up and underway with tonight's broadcast. We'll hopefully see what goes on And it looks like Oilers warm-up is now over, so we go here and go down here, go to preseason live coverage. There we go. Heck yeah. And let's go here. And how do I get this article to pop up all by itself? There we go. That's what we want. We want Oilers versus Kraken live coverage. And we will pin this here. Live game feed. Boom, boom, boom. And we are pinning it, and we are rocking, and we are rolling. And folks, there we go. I have done my job with 0 to no panic here early on a Friday night. We like to see that. That is a huge get, absolutely. And now we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 14 minutes prior to puck drop here for the Oilers against the Seattle Kraken. It's going to be one of those things where the Oilers definitely have to go out there and get a good game under their belts tonight. Let me see if I can't just move this tab over. I can. Cool. Good. See if I can't just go here. And if I can't just scroll down, up, down. Where are we going? Where are we going? Up, down, all around. Up, down, up, down. Whew, that's complicated. There we go. We've got it. We've got it. We're good to go. So the Oilers, the Kraken, top of the clock. We'll be getting this game underway and hopefully seeing what will be a good game from the Oilers and Kraken. Just see something that we want. They've currently got the live scoreboard feed up on the feed at Rogers Place. So we'll just kind of go through the pre-game announcements on the Jumbotron before our broadcast gets underway, I guess. So, man, rough day at work. It was one of those last Friday kind of days where we had to go out and pound house packs within the last 2 hours of the day. So, body's kind of shook up, beat up after a long week, and here we go. Let's see what we can't do. It looks like we're going live to the bench for a pregame or something. I don't know. They're testing mics, trying them out, seeing how things are going to work for tonight's in-arena broadcast. And there we go. We are on the in-game feed. I believe that is Chelsea Bird, if I remember correct. And for some reason now, we're going to be given a broadcast of the New York Mets versus San Diego Padres game. Alright, so it's the Padres and Mets, and now it's the Oilers game day 50-50 scratch and win for tickets to Bryan Adams. I don't know. I don't claim to know what's going on the Oilers Jumbotron feed. Either way, folks, welcome to the stream. Go Farmer, no worries. We are rocking and rolling here through things to get underway. They are advertising the Ice District Authentic store there, and I am so excited to go on down and get some new jerseys. That is for sure. That'll be a blast to go and see what we can do, but we'll see if I can even get in there on time on Wednesday. We'll see. That's the big topic, is am I going to be able to get down to the arena in time on Wednesday to get down and actually do everything? Hopefully, right? I'm driving up Tuesday night. We're going to go rock and roll ourselves a good evening in Fort Sask and then go on down to the train station go down to the train station about noon, get down to Rogers Place about 1, and then end up just trolling around, go to the BP's for half dinner, I guess, late lunch, and go and get ready for this Oilers game, that's for sure. And yeah, it'll be a good time and see what we can do. But yeah, Clem, you can talk about China jerseys being $20, sure, but I actually respect myself and buy high quality stuff. I'm a man that pays for the stuff I use, and none of these are knockoffs. That's the beauty. This one's straight out of Bakersfield, California. This one bought by my sister while I was in college for me. My first ever Oilers jersey, by the way. That one, there's a video. Hold on, you can't see. Hold on. Let me explain this as we go here. This one, this Oilers jersey, bought about a month or two before I quit back in 2021. There's a whole video pertaining to the Oilers reverse retro jersey I bought simply because it was one of those things that I didn't feel I was taking care of myself. I really wanted it, had the money to make it happen, so I did. The Connor McDavid jersey, that's actually a funny story because that one was not a necessary purchase. That one was not I just wanted to buy a Connor McDavid jersey. That one I actually bought for a Halloween costume. So that one was 300 some odd bucks at the time. And I bought that for a Halloween costume and went as Willie McNelson. That's actually what I did. A younger version of Willie McNelson, the famous Oilers fan that you see so many screen grabs of throughout the NHL season. But that's why I bought that. That was not I want a Connor McDavid jersey. I needed a Connor McDavid jersey for my Halloween outfit. Trust me. My Halloween outfit this year, I don't need no jerseys. I don't need no hair dye. I don't need nothing. I got it on lock and key. I just need a nice little fuzzy suit and we're going to have ourselves a good day. Troy, I hope you're listening because that's the only hint you're going to get for things this October 31st. Anyway, friends, good evening and welcome to this evening's broadcast here on Dolynny TV. We are 9 minutes away from the game being live. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering where can I watch tonight's broadcast, you want to go to the live game feed, which is at the top of my chat, as it is right there. And all you do is click on that link. It's the NHL.com link to the Oilers website to watch tonight's game. So I guarantee you no viruses, nothing to be worried about. You can just go right in there, watch the game. If you're in Alberta, Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, I guarantee that'll work. Across Canada, possibly. Internationally, if you have a VPN. Alright, so that's what you need to know there. Just back to the chat quickly, as we're not too worried about likes nowadays, Ron, but I appreciate you putting things in for the effort. And now all of a sudden, look at that, we're up to 8. So thank you, folks. And secondary right now, as we're just gaining folks in, I'm just taking a second to go over the chat. And as we see, it's looking like folks are joining in from a long time ago. I appreciate that, guys, coming back. Tristan and Vrexel, as we're just getting ready for tonight's game. They've just got the pregame kind of coverage on Oilers.com, but it's music background with Jay Woodcroft talking on the screen with no audio. Tony Brouwer on the screen now, no audio. That was the brutal part about that Abbotsford game, was they were all kinds of confused. They had Sportsnet feed and the in-arena video feed, and it was just a mess. But yeah, we're getting ready for what is the Oilers' final preseason game of the 2022-2023 preseason. So that's a pretty exciting place to be. It is NHL regular season time right away, and guess what? Going to the home opener, as I said, that's why we were talking about jerseys in the first place, is I might have to add a new one, and I think that Reebok will be replaced and we'll be going anyway. It's also stained. That's kind of the tough part about it. I think I dropped hear me out. This is going to sound absolutely silly. As a man who was 21 years old at the time, there was a time in the early spring when I was 21. Yes, I would have been 21 because I went to the Oilers versus Minnesota game to close out the season that year. Sat in the very top row at Rogers Place. That I forgot how to drink out of a straw. Quite honestly, for an entire 2 months. I'd suck up from a straw, and I just, didn't suck it up, it just spit all over me. Stupidest sounding thing, weird thing to admit online, but that's where that stain is from. That's why I know that stain is there, is I spilt Coke that I had bought at the game, and was drinking with straw, on the jersey. Absolutely mind-numbing. Absolutely mind-numbing that at 21 years old that kind of thing was happening to me, but that's the case. Anyway, folks, I'm Tyson. Welcome to Dolynny TV. I guess that's, you get what you see. As we get ready, we are now 9 minutes and 20 seconds away from puck drop. So the puck will drop at 7:05 this evening. But the stream is already live. If you want to click to the top of my chat, the live game feed, the NHL.com feed right there for you. And we are good to rock and roll as the game gets on. As it looks like they've got some old legend jerseys in the building, obviously in in honor of Mr. Dryden, who passed away today. I believe it was today. So a former Oilers player from way back in the day. I guess the first man credited with building the cage for goalie masks. And then we're not talking about Ken Dryden. We're talking about Dave Dryden, who passed away at 81 years old. Where in the old, I believe that is also WHA Oilers colors. So far back, reaching member of the Edmonton Oilers, passing away today at the age of 81. So we're just 8 minutes away from things to get going, and it is hockey season, my friend. It is, no doubt about it. The Blue Jays are about to be toast from the playoffs tomorrow. Not much is pretty much guaranteed. That's not to be down on the Blue Jays. That's kind of how high I am on the Seattle Mariners. That team is set to go far and go to great places, whether it be this year or next or the year after. But the Seattle Mariners are absolutely an electric factory, and they kind of proved that today in the Game 1 of the Wild Card Series against the Toronto Blue Jays. We are 7.5 minutes away from puck drop. One last time, we will run through the lineup because I have it blanked out right now on my screen. Just realized that. So let's talk about the lineup, shall we? Kane, McDavid, Puljujarvi, Holloway, Draisaitl, Hyman, McLeod, Nugent-Hopkins, Ryan, Malone, Shore, Hamblin. Out of that fourth line, who do you lose to Riyad, Yamamoto, and Fogle back into the lineup? Is it Malone? Is it Hamblin? Is it Shore? Well, you kind of need a centerman, so it's either going to be Hamblin, Shore, or Malone that you lose, guaranteed, but it's between Malone and Shore as to who you're keeping. Unfortunately, James Hamblin is the odd man out. So that's where we sit there. Nurse, Ceci, Kulak, Bouchard, Murray, and Barry, your pairings tonight on defense. I've already said this once in the live stream. I very much so see this being the opening night lineup for the Oilers, at least on the back end. Jack Campbell, the starter, that is as well pretty much guaranteed that he will be the opening night starter, barring anything crazy happening here prior to puck drop on October 12th. All right, we are getting closer to puck drop now. 6 minutes and 15 seconds away, and see what we can get going here. Rick, good evening. And let's see what we can get going here for tonight's game. Is there anything here at all? We all love teams named the Oilers. Sorry, Oilers Nation just finally made joke of the Findlay Oilers. As somebody who's done the Oilers stuff for as long as I have, if you search Oilers on the weekend on Twitter, the Findlay Oilers, the University of Findlay Oilers, show up quite a bit in the Oilers search on Twitter. So that's pretty interesting to see that the Oilers Nation finally poked a little bit of fun at the situation. You can watch on TV on the live game feed at the top of my chat, folks. It says live game feed. It's not a spam website. It is, my friends, the NHL.com feed for Alberta, Northwest Territories, Saskatchewan, and potentially all of Canada. If you're international, you will require a VPN. Folks have told me all about that. It still blows my mind that that's a reality thing you can do, but if it works for you, we'll do it, and we'll get it going for you for sure. And you're watching on the Kraken feed. Okay, so there is potentially ways to watch it in the United States as well on the Kraken feed, which is whatever's over there. Somebody will have to show me how to get that. But for the Oilers, we are now moments away from getting this game underway. And what seemed like it was going to be a hard task at first is now not too much of a hard task. We're going to hit 465 views this hour. And we're going to close things out as we get ready for this 7 o'clock hour and the big show, which is the 7 to 8 o'clock hour here on Dolynny TV as we get this first period up and underway. Tyson Barrie, that beauty goal against Vancouver was something to see. And we'll see what Seattle Kraken are going to bring tonight. Adam Larson and Darnell Nurse obviously hugging it out on the ice earlier today. as we are almost ready for puck drop. Less than 4 minutes to puck drop. We'll have the anthems, and then we will get things going. Good evening, folks. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. It is my great pleasure to have you along for tonight's journey. If you wish to go watch the game live on EdmontonOilers.com, the link is at the top of my chat feed. You can go check that out there. And other than that, we've got ourselves what is set to be a good game. This new Oilers intro is absolutely an electric factory. That is for sure, because there's a lot to be proud of from last season, and we get to show it all off all season long as we make some new memories this year at Rogers Place as well. And it was a great season for the Oilers all year long last year. Obviously there was ups and downs, but that's what makes champions, and hopefully we can carry that over into this year, and away we go with it. As it was a fun year, especially those, I think the funnest part of the year last year was the games against Colorado, the ones that just went on all night. They were great overtime games, great everything. Yeah, the Oilers weren't fantastic by any means, but to go in and face them in the playoffs as well, and then the Calgary series, it was a lot about what we've dreamed about for a long time. So hopefully we can continue that, and it looks like the Oilers are really just showing all their highlights from the playoffs. Honestly, that's what it looks like, and this is interesting too, as we get to hopefully run it right back this year and go do it again. So that's the dream here, and the hat tricks, and oh my goodness, everything. Oh man, woo. Oh man, it's hard not to get emotional watching this. Actually, this is kind of, woo, chills, nerves, a little anxious sitting here watching that. Wow, that was an electric factory, that's for sure. I try to use that word as much as possible, but that was fantastic. Now the Oilers coming out, and we have got 2 minutes to puck drop here, folks, as the Oilers get set to face the Seattle Kraken in what is the final preseason game for 2022-2023. We are almost there, friends. We're just about there. And it's the game on the NHL app. I could not tell you. I could not tell you where the game is other than EdmontonOilers.com, unfortunately. But I've got it posted at the top of the chat there for you if you want to go view it. And hopefully it works out for you, as we're already up to 41 views in 2 minutes. We're off and running here on this hour, trying to pace. Goal for this stream's only 1,500, as with every other one this preseason. But they've all blown the expectations out of the water, so let's hopefully get it done again tonight, as we should be in for a great game tonight. Let's get this preseason money. Sure. I don't know what Seattle Kraken are talking about, but time for our final dress rehearsal up front. For the Seattle Kraken this evening, it's Jaden Schwartz, Alex Wenberg, Oliver Borkstrand, Adam Larson, Vince Dunn, and Philip Grubauer. And all of a sudden my stream just froze up, but we are good to go. And the starting lineup for the Edmonton Oilers on the ice to begin this game: in net, Jack Campbell, that 31-9-6 record last season. And then on defense, it'll be Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse. Cody Ceci, who sneakily had 28 points last year. And there's Darnell Nurse. He's not wearing the A tonight. 9 goals, 26 assists last year. If he can get back to form and put up 40 points this year, he's earning that contract. Evander Kane on the top line and the left wing for the Oilers tonight. 39 points last season in his limited time with the Oilers. Yes, Puljujärvi, 36 points. And a reminder, he only played 65 games. So that's where when we get down on Yes Puljujärvi, you got to remember, 65 games times 82. The man was on pace for 45 points, which is not bad at all. All right, here we go. We are ready for this. It is Anthem time. But first, we'll have the land acknowledgement, and then we'll be good to go for tonight's broadcast between the Oilers and Seattle Kraken, as we are set for this one. But actually, folks, instead, we will have a moment of silence for Dave Dryden, who passed away today. In case you didn't know, we had that moment a few moments ago here where we talked about that. But Dave Dryden, credited with creating the caged mask, was a member of the WHA Oilers. And now, here, getting honored on the day of his passing at Rogers Place. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler. That is one thing the Oilers are very proud of. And we will take a second to just pause. And there we go. Respects paid to Mr. Dave Dryden, former Edmonton Oilers goaltender. And here we go, folks. We are just about ready for this game to get underway this evening. As welcome into the chat, welcome into the game, welcome in. If you're looking for the live game feed, it is at the top of my chat. You can find it there. Go over to the Oilers website and you will be able to watch if you're in Alberta, Saskatchewan, or the Northwest Territories, or potentially across Canada. Not really sure how that streaming stuff works. And that said too, I believe there's a feed available somewhere in the United States to watch the Seattle Kraken side of the broadcast tonight. Anyway, folks, we are off and ready for the Anthem now. And we are just about ready to get this game underway, as unfortunately tonight is a 2-anthem game. That is the worst part about playing the American teams. That's why I like going to Rogers Place on a Saturday night most of the times I go, because it is a Hockey Night in Canada game. But instead we have Robert Clark out to sing the national anthems for tonight's broadcast, and we will be rocking and rolling shortly. As if you haven't, I'm just seeing like a ton of new people trickle into the stream quickly, so again, the link is at the top of the chat if you're looking where to watch tonight's game. I want to make sure to mention that as much as possible. And I love everybody coming in, all caps, let's go Oilers. Really appreciate that, folks. That's fantastic to see the excitement getting up there early on in the preseason and before the season gets underway, as we are just, well, days now, just literally days away from this season getting up and underway at Rogers Place. I will be live from Section 109 pre-game before the Oilers game, before they start sending in music on the speakers. I will be live from my seats 10 rows off the glass at Rogers Place with our pre-game for the game against the Vancouver Canucks on Wednesday night next week. Hopefully, as somebody pointed out in the Oilers Fanatic chat last 2 days ago, hopefully I can work out a meetup with Patrick of the Oilers Fanatic. We can get a pregame done there as well, here on Dolynny TV and over on his channel as well, as we'd love to try and put things together for you a little bit more dual coverage, if you would, between two guys that, well, Patrick came in when I left and did way better than I could ever even expect myself to do, and absolutely ran with an open field of space to run with talking about the Oilers. And now, hey, you know what? Instead of having a rival, I've got a good friend who both of us are looking out for one another and trying actively to get going somewhere here with this Oilers community and really empower the fan voices as much as we can. So, folks, the Anthem's just about done and over with. Our final game of the preseason, the excitement. Oh, I am excited for that, that is for sure, as we are just about done here for sure. Is there a better link? Unfortunately, the live game feed is the best I can do for you, which is over on the Oilers website. Hopefully it works out for you and gets going. But I think this should be a quality stream, knowing that it's the Edmonton Oilers production team in charge of tonight's broadcast, as opposed to the AHL Canucks broadcast team in charge of that production from Abbotsford the other night. Here we go. Oilers game just about to get underway. Live game feed, like I said, is at the top of the chat. Let's get this going. It is game time between the Oilers and the Seattle Kraken. We are excited. And we got Jack Michaels on the call too, so you'll want to go click on that link so as you can watch the game and listen to Jack. Bonus Jack hockey, never a bad time. All right, they're getting it going for the pregame ads, and we should be ready to rock. There's Hunter up in the rafters of Rogers Place, and here in net for the Seattle Kraken this evening, I believe, is Philip Grubauer, and in net for the Oilers, it is Jack Campbell. The puck is down. The Kraken, as often the opposing team has done against the Oilers in this preseason, win the opening faceoff. It's all the way down to Jack Campbell, who will rim it around the boards. It bounces off a man's helmet, goes into Kraken possession. A stick there by Puljujarvi disrupts the play momentarily, allows Connor McDavid to come in and turn over the puck promptly right in front of the net. Doesn't cost him, and here we go. Connor's going to move this one out along the boards, turns it over again. And for some reason, Connor McDavid, 2 turnovers in the zone right out of the gate, and the Kraken still in possession, far side corner, working it out along the half wall there, and they're going to move it back into the near side corner now, where Darnell Nurse will meet it, hold it up against the boards, And Cody Ceci comes in to play that puck. It'll be moved ahead to Puljujarvi, who chops at it against two Kraken player. And it will be moved into the neutral ice now on the flip by Darnell Nurse. The top line hemmed in the own zone to begin the game, and now a line change for the Oilers. Immediately gets an icing out of the Kraken, and we are off and running with this one tonight, folks. The Oilers, not anything of substance in that first minute except for 3 or 4 turnovers in their own end. Got to clean that up and got to avoid that, but that allows Dylan Holloway's line to cross onto the ice to begin tonight's broadcast. Some young Oilers fans enjoying, well, probably some cheap tickets and some cheap beer here tonight prior to the regular season getting underway. The Oilers win the face-off off the icing call. Worked by Zach Hyman on a failed shot from the point. He wheels around along the far side boards to Dylan Holloway. Holloway point blank stopped by the goaltender, and he will try to battle this one off the stick. He does. It comes to Draisaitl near side corner. He's going to work it along the wall and move it back to the point. He'll cut back down along the wall, and the Kraken and Oilers meet in the corner. Holloway doing his best to disrupt that play. He gets back in there, and, well, that's jammed there by Hyman now, who almost had it for a second. Folks, if you're just tuning in, the live game feed, the website is at the top of the chat. You can find it there. The Kraken have it behind the Oilers' net. Shot coming from the high slot, goes wide of the net, and now picked up there by Leon Draisaitl. Shovels it out into the middle of the ice. Nice spin move there by Zach Hyman. He'll dump it along the boards, get it into the Kraken end, and go for a line change to the Oilers. That was a much better line and much better, well, situation in the second minute of the game from the second line as opposed to the top line starting the game. So here we go, the Oilers in their own end. Ryan Murray battling his man. Shot coming, saved by Jack Campbell with the glove. And my friends, that is a stoppage in play with 17:51 to go here in this early bit of the first period. And here we go. And Jack Campbell, that was a good little glove save. I love Jack Campbell. He's just makes it look nice when he's in net, and hopefully that continues all season long. Keeps the game strong, and away we go with a good goaltending duo between him and Skinner this season, as it's back in behind the Oilers net where Ryan Murray meets with it. Murray will see it chopped out into the near side wall. Well, that didn't work too well, did it? Back behind the Oilers net again as the puck battle works into the Kraken favor, and it goes into the near far side corner. Back, and one-timer coming, and Jack Campbell sees it last moment, gets it on the open shot and makes the save. That one was tight. The game's already started, folks. Again, you can check it at the top of the live game feed. And yeah, that's one thing I'm excited to see. I know, John, that there's been a lot of mention about the Soup Chants, and I'd love to see them in person, and that's going to be one nice special part about the about going to Rogers Place and about going to the season opener, is seeing the start of kind of the meme level things. The kind of exciting parts about it is just to see how things kind of transpire early on and evolve over the season. The Oilers, another costly turnover in the zone. Jack Campbell the save, and he makes another one right there. So we're rocking and we're rolling here early on in this one. Jack Campbell, 3 saves so far. The Oilers only 1 shot on net. The Dylan Holloway point blank. Nowhere to shoot him, so I'm going to shoot it through. You kind of attempt. Didn't work out for him, and now the Kraken capitalizing on turnovers in the Oilers zone. That's the fourth line turning over the puck that time, and you got to hope is tough. But here's the top or fourth line getting out there again. Jack Campbell, 4th shot of the game, blockers it away. Cody Ceci's going to play it off the boards. It's going to go up into the neutral. Worked there, and James Hamlin in on the chase. I would not have pegged James Hamlin to still be in Oilers camp game 8 of the preseason, but here he is. I've told you all preseason long, he's got a great story. I'd rather him tell it to you than me tell it to you, and you know what? He's earned every bit of this ice time he's gotten and earned every bit of this look. So hopefully tonight he can finish it off. Out there right now, the top line for the Oilers, chasing the puck around. Yes, Puljujarvi, nice little chip to Evander Kane. In flight, Connor McDavid in on net. Backdoor dish to Kane. Can't get it going on the backdoor tap. So now it's back to Puljujarvi, near side corner. He battles there and engages his man, allowing the Oilers to hopefully pick up this puck off the near side corner. Kane rims it around the boards. Pinching in there is Brett Kulak, who goes to work and gets taken out. And then immediately Kane crunches the man who plays the puck. And the Kraken 2-on-3 back the other way. They've got a chance here to work this puck, and instead it's turned over. And now back into the neutral it goes. Kane again rubs his man out, goes for the line change, and that's a much better shift from the Edmonton Oilers top line here early in this first period compared to their first one to start the game. Zach Hyman's line with Holloway and Draisaitl now out there. This looks to be your second line to start the season, as this one's going to be offside at the Oilers line. All right. What do we got going on? All right, we are rocking and rolling the stream, folks. Already over 1,000 views in 16 minutes. Thank you so much to everybody tuning in. And good evening, Epiphany. I missed that as well. Sorry, I'm trying to make notice of you for sure. As regretfully, I can't stay. Not feeling well. Sorry that I missed that. But all right, let's get this going. Here we go. 0-0 the score. 15-19 to go. The Kraken flip up on the puck. They still maintain possession in the Oilers' end. It'll go to the front of the net. Blockered off a stick away there in the slot. The Kraken keep it in again, though. However, 15:06 to go here in this first period. Nothing really of substance. 5 shots for the Kraken, 1 for the Oilers. And they got to try and get things going here in a matter of moment. That is for sure if the Oilers want to try and shift momentum. Power play would be useful here. But how about a lead pass there? That's not a bad lead pass at all. Just Leon Draisaitl couldn't handle it off the bounce. Shot Yanni Gourde, the save Campbell. And Gourde picks up the puck again. He's going to wheel around the zone, and that's going to open up a man at the point. Soucy fires the puck. Save again by Campbell, but the Oilers can't seem to pick it up in their own zone. And this one's flipping through again. Danger cleared out by the Oilers. And I am indeterminate on how many periods I'm doing tonight. It's Friday night. I got nothing booked till way late when my sister shows up. So heck, you know what? When my sister shows up to start Thanksgiving weekend, that's when we're out of here. If she's here by 9, we're out of here by 9. If she's here at 10, game's over and we got the game review up. We'll see what happens, folks. The Oilers in behind their own net. 14:05 to go here in this first period. It's played ahead and, well, 14 minutes now officially on the clock as it's led in by Ryan McLeod, who charges in on the forecheck. Mr. Derek Ryan in the corner getting absolutely sandwiched along the boards, but he's keeping that puck battle going pretty well. And Mr. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, now he's going to get engaged in there, but the puck comes to the Kraken, where Cody Ceci, for some reason, is pinching and creating all kinds of trouble for the Kraken transitioning. And it's Nugent-Hopkins who comes up with the puck and keeps it alive. We'll have a line change. That's going to allow the fourth line to get over. They are really rolling the lines tonight, or the Edmonton Oilers, just 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, and back out there. And a massive hit there by Oilers standards on the forecheck as Brad Malone pushed that puck forward and then took it to his man in his own defensive zone. And now this one around the near side boards is in the Oilers' end. Kraken in possession. Again, one of those bounces that just finds the Kraken stick at the blue line, and they're going to work off the half wall. Shot fired, miss wide of the net. 13:01 to go as it's all the way back to, I believe, Grubauer in net for the Kraken. And we're seeing what we can do here. 12:53 to go, folks. Welcome to the stream. Again, I haven't said it in a few minutes. The live game feed is at the top of the chat. Top of the chat, you can find the live game feed when I'm watching, and you're good to go. As the Oilers chip this out of the zone, Mr. Connor McDavid comes down with it. He's got a step, and he is just taken out last second, and then somehow staples the man who's stapling him to the boards to the ice. That was a great reverse hit there by McDavid. And now here's a chance here for McDavid. He's going to nail his man from behind into the boards. Connor hugged him up, and Kane wipes a man out. Oh my goodness, this is a physical top line shift here. You're liking everything you see out of this top line now after a rough first shift of the game. Jack Campbell plays it off, and that was a great physical first line shift. Don't see that too often. Yes, Puljujarvi really the only man not involved in that, and he was just floating trying to find a puck. As this one's going to be worked out and into the offensive zone. Here comes Dylan Holloway up to, what a feed from Holloway to Hyman. And he just couldn't tuck it far pad side. And the Kraken possession at the blue line of the Oilers, back across in the offensive zone, tipped and misses the net. So, well, here come the Oilers back the other way. This game opening up all of a sudden. Feels like the Stars are about to start balling out. Draisaitl off a man, keeps possession of it, near side corner, one-handed on the stick. He's a strong man with one hand on the stick. Hyman, chance in front, and shot fired and misses off of a Kraken stick. Ooh, here we go. The Oilers starting to crank up the ante on this past couple of shifts. You like to see it. And now the Oilers are going to get that third line out there and allow Nugent Hopkins, Nugent Hopkins, McLeod, and Ryan to start bucking on this line. And here comes Mr. Ryan McLeod right in there, and it's going to go down into the Kraken zone where it's moved, and Gord just makes a great play quickly to play that puck off, or it was right back into Oilers' possession with a man darting towards the front of the net. Gord back there behind his own net. He's been active with the puck tonight. A lot of possession time. It's moved out of the zone now, and, well, maybe not. As a big hit there again from Brad Malone. Just coming in and just absolutely running around, hitting people. Loving the energy from Brad Malone. Bugsy doing the job tonight. And you'll love to see it for a guy who's trying to earn a job. The Oilers into possession of the puck. Brad Malone's got it. He's taken down. The Oilers, though, on the forecheck, continuing. Devon Shore pushes through a man. Now back to the point. The Bush bomb coming. Here's the shot fired in front. Hits somebody. Rebound goes wide of the net. And the Oilers really hammering the Kraken here all of a sudden. A couple of shifts in a row. 1 through 4. They keep on rolling. And 10-10 to go here in this first period. The Oilers absolutely doing their job early and often here in this first period. Nice to watch so far. As I feel really unfortunate for the folks that have tuned into the previous Kraken versus Oilers stream. I date the thumbnails mostly for a reason, but unfortunately folks still tuning into those. And right now we are rocking and rolling a 1,371 view hour in 22 minutes. Folks, again, these live streams have absolutely boggled my mind to begin this preseason, simply because when you average 75 views a minute, you are doing something pretty right on YouTube, and it appears that things are going well. If you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far on the channel, live streams are not what I'm looking to do all the time, but if you want to stay tuned and subscribe to the channel and talk Oilers with me day in, day out, I think usually it's 6 days a week that I'm doing Oilers discussion. Come subscribe, hang out. We are closing in. It feels weird to say on 10,000 subscribers. We are now 923 subscribers away from 10,000. I'd love to have you aboard for the Oilers season and hopefully make it a memorable one. But let's keep this game going, shall we? They're just promoting the game day scratch and win for tickets to Bryan Adams here in November. And we'll see what we can get going here, that's for sure. Anyway, my friends, we are absolutely jacked up on what this first period has brought us. I love, you can say it's just preseason, doesn't matter, but I just love the Oilers going out and playing good hockey. You know, run the other team down in the offensive zone, play hard, hit hard, physical, skating, fast hockey. I love to see it, and that's what we've been treated to after that first shift of the game ever since. So hopefully the Oilers can keep that going here in this back half of the first period. That'd be a nice treat, that is for sure, as it'll be Captain Connor drawn in 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4 here early in this first period. The Oilers rolling the lines. Obviously no power plays or penalty kills to interrupt that, but here we go. Connor McDavid draws in for the face-off. He's going to win it to the boards, win it back to the shot from the point for Evan Bouchard. Goes wide off a stick, and it's immediately cleared out by the Kraken. This one played ahead by the Oilers, chipped across. Evan Bouchard's got it. He's going to move it ahead to Connor McDavid, who's in flight. Connor McDavid still in possession of that puck. Pugliarvi trying to get it on the hop. Couldn't get it going. He's backtracking for Connor here. And we've got it going back into the Oilers zone where it's chipped there quickly to Evan Bouchard, chipped into the neutral. And yes, Pugliarvi gives chase against the Kraken here. He looks down his man and will go off for a line change. Here's the Kraken shooting the puck in. It'll go around the boards and to the middle of the ice. Chipped there by Kane, who now follows Pugliarvi off for a line change. 9:26 to go in this first period. The Oilers rocking and rolling, so far so good. And it's back, well, now into Kraken possession in the neutral. Folks, sorry I took a moment to throw an ad for myself. If you're new to the channel, don't know where to find the stream link, it's at the top of the chat, labeled live game feed. A chat from me highlighted in yellow, labeled live game feed. You can check it there. You'll be able to go click on the NHL.com feed and watch it if you're in Canada. If not, you'll need a VPN across the world. Anyway, here are the Oilers across the blue line into the Kraken end, skating it around and getting it going as they're rocking back to the blue line. They've got possession set up. Shot goes through a man but doesn't get it going. And it will be worked there. Holloway. Back to Draisaitl. Across. And this one shot fired on net. Opportunity rebound side of the net. Still puck is loose. Kicked in front. And it'll be a save by the goaltender in the Kraken net. And that is the end of that scrambly play. That was best chance of the game, I think, for the Oilers. And Clem, you got time to work on it. Don't need it until until Monday. I don't think I need it till Monday. Or Tuesday. I don't need it till Tuesday. Actually, that doesn't work. Scrap that. I don't even need it. We're not going to be able to make it happen anyway. Anyway, we are set. The Molson Canadian matchup at Rogers Place. Always a good time. The building gets roaring. Team Orange versus Team Blue. And alright, folks, I'm going to throw you an ad quickly here. I loved when I said I was going to throw you an ad the other night, and everyone was like, I got YouTube Premium. I'm like, sweet, thank you so much, because you're also making sure you're taking care of me if you've got YouTube Premium, because YouTube pays me per some hour watched of YouTube Premium, so I really appreciate you choosing to watch me with YouTube Premium. That is great. Anyway, here we go. Let's get this going, shall we? Let's see what we got. Let's see, is there anything else? Holloway continues to show excellent hockey sense and vision, the whole package. That from Mark Spector, well, that's not unheard of. Dylan Holloway is absolutely rocking and crushing it out there in this preseason. We've talked a lot about him, and there's nothing else to really mention so far on Twitter in this game. Friday night hockey starts now. Tyson Barrie looking good in the ad for the Oilers. And we are up and underway for this period of hockey to keep getting going. And, well, we got 0-0s on the board. 8:25 to go in this first period. We'll hopefully see the Oilers come out and finish a strong first period, maybe with a goal or two against the Seattle Kraken. And hopefully we'll finish the first period with 2,000 views on the stream. That would be a nice get, too, wouldn't it? As we're also averaging 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the stream, folks. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your Friday night with me. And thank you for letting me spend my Friday night with you. As the shot in from the Oilers defense at the blue line doesn't get it going. So we'll have a battle into the neutral zone where the Kraken get it in the Oilers end. Campbell, the quick pad save. And for some reason now we've got a graphic on the screen and I lost sight of the puck. And now we're to Ryan Murray, who will chip it ahead along the boards. And it just bounces again right to a Kraken stick. Man, there's been 5 or 6 bounces here in this period, and now we're doing replays on the TriCaster and just, well, it's not a TriCaster at Rogers Place, but they are messing around really big time. It is an icing call against the Kraken. I have literally no clue what just happened. They were just mixing video live on the feed, and I was getting really confused. That was a mess. Anyway, all right, let's keep this going. Yes, Puljujärvi on the ice for the Oilers. So, yeah, they're talking about how Janmark guarantees Holloway's on the team to start the season. That makes sense. That was kind of part of the plan coming out of rookie camp. This one fired by the Kraken into the neutral. The Oilers played off themselves. That was a really Steve Smith moment. Love those moments where you just play it off somebody's skate and it bounces right back to you or into the back of the net. Never know. Yes, Puljujärvi moving it ahead to Connor McDavid. Shot, and McDavid robbed there. He just couldn't flip it close enough to the post. And the save made, that was a really heads-up play by Puljujärvi there to get it in. Kind of similar to the play Holloway had moments ago to Mr. Zach Hyman, who he just kind of flipped it through a lane and really allowed the player to skate into the puck. And that was the good get there for Mr. Connor McDavid. That was a good goal. That was a nice play there by Puljujärvi. All right, so here we go. We got a puck moved by the Kraken off the face-off, And 7:20 to go here in this first period. It'll be backhanded across. The Kraken still in possession. Shot, save, blocked by Kulak. But Kulak can't scramble back up to his feet to get strong on his stick. And that is a goal for the Seattle Kraken just off to the side of the net. Campbell couldn't get into position, couldn't find the puck, and Dylan Sprong scores the goal for the Seattle Kraken. And no graphic at all. Yeah, scratch the graphic. It's going to be a waste of my time anyway to try and get something up, considering I'll be in Edmonton to do that day. And that was just again in the Oilers zone. The puck has found the Kraken sticks, and Kulak's stick tips the puck up and past Campbell. That's a tough go. Kulak made a heck of a play stopping that puck from getting through the first time, and then it just goes up off his blade and into the back of the net there. 7:06 to go. The Kraken take the 1-0 lead, and now the Oilers have to get in on the forecheck and really start dancing with this puck in the offensive zone. But a missed pass from 29 to 28 is not going to do the job. 28 to 22 is going to get it out of the Oilers zone, and 29 to 55, 10 off to 18, and oof, what a poke check there to prevent Dylan Holloway from tucking it backhand point blank on Philip Grubauer. That one developed quick as well. You saw what the play-by-play commentary was trying to keep up there. 6:35 to go. This second line is electric as well this game so far. It's an icing call against the Seattle Kraken, one of many this period against them, and we are now solidly into the back half of this first period, folks. Up now, almost over 2,000 views on the stream. In fact, 1994. Thank you so much for choosing me on your Friday night. And the Oilers fire a one-timer off the boards, goes wide, back into Oilers possession, and it's going to be worked there, chipped ahead, and it's to Evander Kane, who works it down low. This is a nice angle here as Puljujärvi skates into the puck, gets it back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse back to Puljujärvi, Puljujärvi back to Nurse, shot fired, goes wide of the net. Ceci keeps it alive, Kane into the middle of the ice, and that will be a hand pass, as that one was Ceci to Kane, and off it went. As that was a great little pinch there by Ceci, who sneaky good player for the Oilers last season, and hopefully continues to be sneaky good this season. All right, we're rocking. We're rolling through this live stream so far. I just want to take a quick second to do some quick math. The Oilers yet again lose another faceoff. They've kind of had a rough period on that so far, but we are now 71 hours watched on the stream. Thank you so much, folks. I can't say that enough. You've been phenomenal all preseason. Derek Ryan wins the battle off a Kraken skate and gets it into the Oilers attacking zone, but it's offside or went out of play. 5:51 to go in this first period. The Kraken 10 shots, the Oilers 4, a 1-0 score for the Seattle Kraken. And we will have a moment of action break, so we'll take a second to just clear things out at the Ice District Authentic Store. They've still got Oilers reverse retro jerseys on the shelf from last season, so that's interesting there as well, or 2 seasons ago, or whenever we ran the reverse retros. And what do we got? Is there anything else we need to be aware of here on the stream? I don't really think there is. We're crushing 3 videos, almost have 100 views in the last 60 minutes. Oh yeah, here we go. Nuge talking about his first game in the NHL, scoring the OT winner. That was phenomenal. Or did he score the tying goal? Oh, he scored the tying goal. I remember coming home to watch that game. We were out at the cabin on Cold Lake, and we drove through the bush on the quad, came home, and Nuge scored his first career goal. That was a magical game. That was for sure. That was a fun one. And yeah, that was the big goal there for Nuge in the game against the Pittsburgh Penguins to open up the season that year. As here we go. We are seconds away from getting things back underway. Oilers fans loving it. That man's got some sick handlebars. A little bit too clean of a chin for my liking, but some sick handlebars. And we've got folks on the Jumbotron and some folks clapping along, having a good time up there in Edmonton tonight. Like I said, I can't wait to be having a good time in Edmonton next week. It's going to be a blast. And there we go. Some fans shocked to be on the Jumbotron. I'm just going to have another water there. Thank you. And some other fans on the Jumbotron having a good night. I love this. This is always great. Fan cam's a great specialty, and we're going to all of a sudden see fan cam lose itself there for a minute. And yeah, everybody having a great night. Youngsters in the building as well. That's what preseason's great for, getting those cheaper tickets. And this one back by the Oilers at center ice. Jack Campbell out to play it in his crease. Darnell Nurse across, up ahead. And the Oilers will transition out of their zone, move it ahead. Cody Ceci pushing around the blue line into the attacking zone. There's Ryan McLeod. They're still rolling 1 through 4 for the Oilers. It's been a while since we had a fourth line shift, but that's because we've had a couple good shifts from some other lines. But here we go. The puck into the near side corner in the Kraken end. Ceci on the pinch again, keeps it alive. Ryan battles there, and well, the Kraken come up with it. They'll move it ahead. Ceci all the way on his pinch, back to defend and stop the rush. Nice opportunity there for the Kraken. Turned back by an actively defending Cody Ceci. 5:07 to go here in this first period. And my friends, if you're enjoying the game so far, don't be shy. Leave a like on the stream. If you're new, subscribe. And let's finish this off. Last 5 minutes to go in the first period. The Kraken across the Oilers' blue line. They're going to move it in. And that's going to go off a stick. Well, it's battled along the far side corner all the way, where it'll again find a Kraken stick, which the puck has done very often in the Oilers' attack or defending zone a lot. Here's Leon Draisaitl on his horse, looking for a pass. It is Holloway. Shot fired. Oh, Hyman just misses the tip in. And that would have been a beauty goal there on the rush. Here's Holloway, though, on the puck, and he's got an opportunity to wheel and deal right in front. Opportunity for Hyman. Can't cash it at the side of the net as the right-hand shot. And now Holloway into the corner. He's got possession back to the blue line. Bouchard across to Kulak. Down to Draisaitl. Draisaitl down to Hyman. Shot in front, and Holloway can't cash that one in. Now Draisaitl back. Shot maybe coming from the blue line. Here's Draisaitl. He's going to fire it in there. Blocked in front. Might have hit Holloway. Kraken swimming in their own end, just trying to keep their head above water, and they finally get it out of the zone, and back the other way they start out, but it's cut off by the active stick in the lane by Evan Bouchard, who will move through the neutral, wheel and deal into the Kraken zone, go in, chip it right onto Grubauer. He'll deal into the blue line where Kane's going to fire a one-timer shot, saved by the Kraken goaltender, save again on the rebound from Puljujarvi, and that's going to go out of the zone. And down the ice where the Kraken are one-on-one with the Oilers defense. This one chipped behind the Oilers net. Nobody really knew where that puck was going. It comes to the near side corner, back into the top of the blue line. One-timer misses on the attempt from the Kraken because they couldn't cue it up. And we got 3:20 to go, and the Oilers all of a sudden in that sequence got up to 8 shots in the period. That is nice. And we are rocking now with 3:13 to go here in this first period. The Oilers really out there skating hard and playing a good first period despite being down 1-0. Connor McDavid looking to change that, though. He cuts around one man and does not draw a penalty. He stopped like he thought he did. And this one will be batted by the Oilers defense down and around. And here's McDavid in full flight again, looking to step around a defender. Moves it in front. Shot by Kane. Shot by Derek Ryan, who was on the spot getting the rebound and couldn't get it going. And the Oilers up to 10 shots now. Suddenly, within the span of 4 minutes, they've gone from like 3 to 10. And that was a point-blank opportunity for Derek Ryan. This one shoveled across the Oilers zone, back into possession by the Kraken. And they will proceed to play it around the boards and rock and roll a little bit here as we're up to 2,200 views. Wow, that's unreal. As we are rocking into the end of this first period, the Kraken looking to set up their second goal of the game. Point shot coming, blocked in front by the Oilers. Scrambled to the side of the net. Diving save Campbell. He's out of the net, but the Oilers defense regroups. It'll be tipped off a skate and down the ice, and that will be an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers there. Whew, that was a sequence. That was one heck of a sequence, that is for sure. But for the Oilers, we'd like to see a good finish to this period here, maybe a chance, but that chance for Holloway with the tip in front potentially coming from Zach Hyman was one of the best of the game so far for opportunities, and we'd hopefully see that continue here throughout this rest of the first period. We got 2 minutes to go, and that's what I like about having the slow chat on. Hide user on this channel, and away we go. Why aren't they televising the game? The Oilers only had one televised preseason game all year long, and it was that game against the Vancouver Canucks, and I cannot tell you why they did not televise more, but again, it's live game feed at the top of the chat if you're looking for it. And we're going to go back the other way. The Oilers do into possession into the offensive zone, and this one's an opportunity here for the Kraken to get it back in their own end. As per Philip Broberg, he's still at camp and more than likely will indeed make the roster. It's just a matter of giving Ryan Murray that one last look to decide if he starts or Broberg starts opening night at Rogers Place on Wednesday. Down goes the Kraken player in the Oilers' end. The Oilers actually retrieve a puck in their own end, and this one's going to go back into the neutral with just over a minute to go. And the Oilers channel, no, it's not on TV. It's on the Oilers website. The website is at the top of my chat, where you're chatting right now there, Atlas. Top of your chat, live game feed. Click on that link. That is the Oilers official website feed. And we will have a tripping call whistled against the Oilers. And that is a face-off for the Oilers. It's power play. Sorry, I thought Connor McDavid took a penalty. I was totally on a tangent. But yeah, hopefully nobody grabs Samorukov. And do I like Murray's play? So far steady, right? Third pairing defenseman kind of deal on the left side. That's what you're getting in him. And he's looking so far. And it's free. It's free. Game is free. Here we go. Connor McDavid. Chance here to get it to the blue line. Steps into the shot. Barry, and it's saved from the point. The Kraken will clear it down. And we will have ourselves a reset here as Campbell quickly guts it ahead from behind the net. And while this is Connor McDavid across the blue line, he's going to go across to the man there, and a chance in front. Draisaitl backdoor, couldn't tee up the one-timer. Shot from Barry, scores! Yes, sirree. The Tyson Barrie one-timer finally works. I guess you could say the Barry bomb from the point, as my voice absolutely fails on me there. Gets it going on the power play, and the Oilers, after all their good play and taking the shot lead, even things up, and it's 1-0 to 1-1. Tied between the Oilers and the Kraken. Connor McDavid across, goes in front to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Barrie, who blasts it right through the screen, and Tyson Barrie gets the goal going. And what a chance there for Barrie to walk into a one-timer, and bang, gets it done. 32-29 to go in this first period. It's a tie game between the Oilers and Kraken. And we've got the replay still on the board as time is ticking down. 6:30 Ched owns the first period of Oilers hockey at Rogers Place. And there we go. It's back to the blue line. Played out by the Oilers. And it'll be in the Kraken end with 13 seconds to go. I very much so need a bathroom break and something to munch on before we get this going. Tyson Barrie from Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins with 34 seconds to go in the first period. 3 seconds left on the actual clock. And that is fine to go. Thank you so much, Atlas. I very much so appreciate that. Again, I am just here to give you the link. That is all I'm here to do. Anything in between is a bonus. Folks, I will be right back. I am up on Gone for a Break, but don't go anywhere. You go for your break. Leave the stream on. I'll do the same. We'll be right back in a moment's notice. Alright, there we go. We're rocking and rolling. The break's been had. We are good to go for an exciting start to the game. Um, you're late. Is McDavid playing? Yes, McDavid is playing tonight's hockey game. He's been having a pretty good game. And of course, the Oilers getting that power play goal. It was a solid little power play goal from Mr. Tyson Barrie as well. That was a pretty beauty one, that is for sure. The one timer on the power play, always a beauty to watch that go in, that's for sure. Folks, just a little bit of stream analytics here as we get things going. I like sharing that kind of stuff. I like pumping your guys' tires because without you, none of these numbers exist. 2 minute and 7 second average view duration on the stream today on 2,521 views so far. Just to translate that out, 2521 times 2.1. We go here, 2.1 divided by 60. That is 88 and a half view or hours watched so far on the stream. That is unreal. That's a very good day on YouTube when you can put up 88 hours on one thing. Obviously, we've kind of put up back-to-back days, 200, 193, 261, 293, and only 28 yesterday because I didn't post. But 88, good little bounce back day, and we are rocking and rolling as we get things rolling into this second period. We're just in the midst of the intermission entertainment on the Oilers Jumbotron. So if there's a question you want to ask me, anything about Oilers training camp that you're looking for an answer on, I'd love to give you as much of an answer as I could. Obviously not having watched all the preseason games simply because to schedule conflicts and secondary games going late and having to get up to go to work in the morning being also a thing that I got to do. As far as we go right now, I don't think there's much else to really talk about from my perspective. It was a good first period from the Oilers. That power play goal is obviously the big part of it. The goal, Kulak almost stopped for the Kraken, but then the rebound goes off his stick, and that's it. That's all. So there's a lot to be mentioned here, and yeah, there's not much else. If you haven't already, I guess I'll throw this your way. You can take a second, take a break from the stream, or just open in another tab and mute the stream quickly. The Yanmark and Mr. Samarukov. Samarukov. Oh man, I butchered that. Samarukov video. Waivers video. There we go. Bang. Alright. Willer, good evening. What's up? Long time. I've been good. I've been very good. You know what? 2022 has been a very productive year. If you were going to tell me 2022 would be the year I hit 9,000 subscribers when I started on January 1st, 2022, I wouldn't have believed you because no way in a year was I coming back to YouTube. But we're back here. We're rocking a live stream on a random Friday night in October, and things are looking good. I'm having a lot of fun. And I mean, work's going good. Work's busy. That's the crazy part. Work is very busy. Very busy. And other than that, I've worked a lot of rodeos and a lot of hockey tournaments in the past little while, and it's been solid. It's been very solid, just kind of getting back to doing what I'm good at, I guess you could say, right? Like, I'm a half-decent camera person if you tell me what I have to point and shoot at. I'm a half-decent everything in broadcasting terms, but you just have to kind of give me that direction of what you want me to do for you. And so far, that's been the good part here for the broadcasts here on Dolynny TV, is that I've been able to step things up a little bit as well. And Greg McKegg has played 223 NHL games. Right on. Luke Gazdick on the stream tonight. Exciting to see Luke Gazdick involved with the Oilers to the extent that he is. Obviously playing in some charity games and stuff too, so he's definitely sticking around. And a guy that obviously deserved better from his career as well, right? The shoulder injuries, the multiple shoulder injuries he suffered fighting really cost him his career very early on. But he's a young man still and gets to enjoy being in the hockeyverse as much as possible at this age. And you know what? I don't think he really much minds not being on the ice. Probably pains him, but be honest with you too, he gets to be tight against the Oilers, a team that I know he loved playing for. So yeah, and yeah, the Jays are down bad. Jays are down really bad in this wild card series that they're in. That was a not too good showing. I mean, 4-0 loss. I know Alec Manoah is going to take that hard. Kid's got to learn, and he will bounce back quickly. But that's a tough way to start really your postseason career if you're Alec Manoah, getting shelled 4-0 and losing a tough one. But for the Blue Jays, they got to have the bats show up in the postseason too. You can't just rely on the starting pitching, and that's the beauty part of it, is that we've got another game at least to stave off elimination. And hey, you just want the dramatics of it. That's all. You just want to be able to go out there and show off more games for the fans, right? That's all it is. As let's see what we got going here. If there's anything we can find out. Is there anything we got? 1 goal each after 1 mood focus. There's Ryan McLeod having a good first period as well. And here's Nicky being all cute and stuff on the bench. That's the Seattle Kraken's dog. And yeah, there's nothing else really to report other than the Oilers Nation having a good time. But Ryan Rishaug, a quick report on Mr. Dylan Holloway, who had 4 or 5 intelligent, fast-paced plays already and been on multiple scoring chances. Looks calm and at ease on this line. Impressive period. That was a good little period from Dylan Holloway. I mean, you know what? You come to expect Dylan Holloway to be good all the time. That's for sure. Alright, let me hide that in the chat. And that should get rid of that. Is the game on net someplace? Anyone know? Ace, at the top of the chat, live game feed is there for you. Just click the link. It's to the Edmonton Oilers website. Tune in there. Have yourself a good night and enjoy the hockey game. I know multiple people have had some success with that. I know the other night we had a lot of people frustrated, but I also think we had a much more international audience the other night, whereas tonight it seems like, folks, Alberta's been pretty proud on the live stream tonight. I think we've been pretty active on the live stream, getting in here and being able to watch the game on the Oilers website, because for some reason things seem to be a little quieter on the stream. Ace, you are welcome, my friend. It is all good that I am just here to pass along the live stream link. That's literally pretty much the whole billing that I've made of these preseason games, and it's a very mutually beneficial thing, so I think we're all working out, right? I get to grow the audience a little bit, get to impart a little bit of me on you guys, and we get to rock and roll, and everybody gets to watch the Oilers game. That's the fun part in all of this. And I'm just going to quickly refresh, go to the comments section on the videos to see if I've missed anything of importance on the Janmark video. There isn't anything there. And that's the other side too. That Janmark video is having a little day so far as well. 130 views in the last 60 minutes. So it's having itself quite the day. And I'd say one of my last few videos, that thing's doing quite alright, if I don't say so myself. It's got 12.1 watch hours. That's pretty bare bones, but that's fine. 283 views in the last 48 hours, or last, what is that now? How far is that? 2 hours and 20 minutes? That's not a bad showing. I think it's pretty respectable for a video that then I went and cranked out a live stream right after. I think we're having ourselves an alright day. It's actually 9 out of 10. That's like YouTube telling you you should quit, but that's fine. We'll be fine. And I think now, after those votes have kind of come in over the span of the day, Ryan Murray is the most likely out of Malone, Janmark, Murray, and Demers to make the opening game lineup on Wednesday night. All right. Anyway, back to the Oilers. Tyson Barrie scores the opening goal of the game for us, which means we've got 5 minutes to go in this intermission before things get back underway for another period of hockey. We're hoping to see the Oilers come out flying here, continue that kind of late half dominance they had in this yeah, instead of what am I saying? Instead of just falling off, I guess that's what I'm saying. The Oilers were doing good late half of that first period, and they just need to not fall off and come out of the game out. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me take a breath. Let me recuperate. We got to be ready for this first, second period to go. Okay. The Oilers need to come out of the gate flying. That makes sense? I think it does. All right. Also, I gotta really at some point start figuring out how to link people into my streams and stuff, so as we can actually have like a play-by-play duo commentary chat thing. But there we go. That was a brutal intermission. We'll get through it. We got 3:44 to go. The scoring summary: Barry from Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins in the first period. Late with only 34 seconds to go. So hopefully for the Oilers, we can get things going in this second period. Get it going out there, flying, high flying hockey, get the job done, and we should be done and over with things. So, this fan not impressed that he's on the Jumbotron? Okay. Alright. But is there anything else we can quickly cover about this period? Let's go over to the Oilers NHL Insider List. See the Bakersfield Condors on the ice tonight. There's a couple of guys that were out there for the Oilers earlier in the preseason. Xavier Bourgault making his debut for the Oilers. And those Bakersfield Condors jerseys, baby, you bet they are back to those beauties. That is absolutely fantastic. Complete with the Condor claw over top of the Oiler, the oil drop. And it looks like they've added a little bit more gray to the Condors logo, and those are fine, fresh looking jerseys. Bako, stand up. You did a good job on them. They look great. The Oilers logo on the right shoulder, and yeah, they look a little retouched. That gray on the Condors logo looks a little bit more gray, and the orange in the Condors logo looks a little bit more orange, just looking at those photos. But here come the Oilers, in a good sense, not like that meme-worthy year where we really sucked, but here come the Oilers ready to play this second period of hockey. We're going to get up and underway. Well, it's going to be hopefully a good period of hockey. We are going to get close to matching the great period of hockey we had 8 p.m. against the Canucks on Wednesday. We're going to fall just shy of it, about 150 views shy. That's fine and dandy. Let's go crush ourselves a good rest of the live stream. We've got about maybe an hour until my sister shows up, roughly, is what I estimated. So we got to see what ends up happening here for the Edmonton Oilers in this second period. 7 o'clock games, like I said, I'm usually going to stream the first 2 periods if I do stream, and then anything earlier than that, I'll try and get the full game through. And for 8 p.m. games, really all I can do with my schedule on a weeknight is a first period stream. But hey, we'll battle through and get it going. I really appreciate you guys showing up for the support, so I'm not going to just dip out and abandon you here. If you're new to the stream right now, the stream link to tonight's Oilers game is at the top of the chat. It's a pinned comment from me, live game feed. Click on it. It's the NHL.com feed. Nothing malicious, no viruses, nothing. You can watch the game there and you are good to go, my friends. Other than that, I'm going to quickly cover out how many views I've had today, just kind of looking at that number just to see what I'm missing. And it looks like 533 plus 2796. We are right on that beautiful 4,000 view pace that we've been rocking and rolling here on Dolynny TV all month long. Just an idea of what you guys have allowed me to put up for the month of October. In 6 days, we've put up 21,571 views. So we're trying to push that number back up towards, hopefully, a total of 28,000 by the end of the night. So what's that? Just about 6,400 views away. So let's put it together and have ourselves a great second period, my friends. The Oilers, the Kraken, the puck at center ice. It's Leon Draisaitl against Alex Wennberg in the face-off dot. Draisaitl wins it back, and it's going to be played ahead by the Oilers into the Kraken zone. We're off and flying. Zach Hyman meets it there against the Kraken defense. And it's Draisaitl bumping in along the end boards, looking for Dylan Holloway, who's the free man along the near side boards. Goes to Hyman, back door, and what a pass there by Dylan Holloway to find Zach Hyman. That was such a dangerous chance and such a glorious chance there for the Oilers. Draisaitl sauces it across to Darnell Nurse, who can't hold it at the line. Turns it over, and the Kraken start back the other way. Man breaking free from Darnell Nurse. He squares him out, but looks square to the shooter, Jack Campbell. And now back into Kraken possession to the blue line they go, D to D. Near side boards, high point, now in down to the near side corner. Kraken moving this puck around, it comes out of the zone. And that's it. That's all for that Kraken chance. That was a dangerous looking chance here early in this second period, but the Oilers still themselves a very dangerous chance as well. And now we have a puck in the neutral zone into Kraken possession. They're across the blue line. It'll go. Shot fired. Save Jack Campbell. And we got 18:51 to go here in this second period. And this one all the way across. Jack Campbell square to the shooter again. Block in front. Blocks the rebound. The Kraken all over the Oilers in the past 30 seconds. And this one batted off the glass by Ceci. He'll backhand it. It'll go into the corner where it's moved by the Kraken slowly against the boards. They're still trying to come up with it. Ceci can't get his man off. Nice block there by Darnell Nurse. Sliding into a knee to keep it in behind the net. Goes around the boards. Back to the blue line. Out of the zone though. And it's played by the Kraken at their own blue line. Harassed there by Jesse Puljujärvi, who can't come up with the puck, and now he might just do that here. Poke check doesn't work. Back the other way, the Kraken into the Oilers zone. 18:06 to go here in this first period or second period of play. Wide open. No whistles so far. Evan Bouchard bats it around the boards. Goes out of the zone again, and we will continue playing with no whistles into the 17-mark minute of this second period. 17:49 to go. The Oilers turn this one back into the Kraken end. We've gone 2:15 to open up this first period without a whistle, and the boys continue to roll the lines as it's all the way down to Jack Campbell. He'll get it across and go along the boards to Derek Ryan there. Those 10s and 8s are going to look very similar on these new jerseys, aren't they? Back the other way, Kulak chips it in on the attack. 17:25 left in this second period. We are rocking and rolling. Free open hockey, 2 minutes and 45 straight seconds of play to open the second period. I love these kind of stretches. The Kraken get it into possession, but easy turnover there for Ryan McLeod. Turned back into Kraken possession. Still the puck in play going without a stoppage. Jack Campbell holds it up there back along the boards. We have crossed 3 straight minutes of play to start this second period. This is some good hockey, friends. And watch this, the Oilers still chasing it behind their own net into Kraken possession at the half wall, near side boards. And well, back there by Gordon, we are now gone 3 minutes and 15 seconds to start. This is a great opening period of hockey. Jack Campbell the save, and we continue to play with the puck in play without a whistle. Down off the boards, back into the Kraken end. D to D, Adam Larsson goes, tip pass there, stays on possession for the Kraken. Goes in on attack, coming, shot save by Campbell. No cover, back the other way. The Oilers get it into the Kraken end. 16:18 to go here in the first period. We have gone end to end, action to action. Jack Campbell, some multiple saves. The Kraken now 14 shots on net. 16 minutes to go in this second period of play, and I don't think you can script this any further. You want to go get that third period on Dolynny TV? How about we just continue to play wide open hockey? We've gone 4 minutes to begin this period without a whistle. Shot down into the corner. Chance here from Tyson Barrie goes wide of the net. The fourth line out there. Shot from Murray goes right into the slot looking for that slap pass. One-timer. Murray now looks for crossed and can't get it going. And this one's going to be chipped into the middle of the ice, turned there. Tyson Barrie gets turned around. Shot fired. Jack Campbell the save. Rebound. Opportunity. Campbell up and note of the play. And what a save. Our first whistle of the period. Scrambling, diving back over it. Saved by Jack Campbell. 15:29 to go in the second period. What a 4.5 minutes of hockey, friends. That is probably the best sequence of hockey we'll get out of this game. And look at this save by Jack Campbell. Diving across, keeping the stick on the post as that bobble to the man just about goes in. It was going wide, but it hits the paddle. And he covers up. And that ends what was one heck of a sequence of hockey for us. 4:32 of continuous play to open a period. That's going to eat up a period rather quickly. The puck goes down and the Kraken can't come up with it down low on the pass. So the Oilers get it to the neutral. And I need a breath. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was really fun. I love when it opens up like that. Anyway, the Oilers here, move it there, D to D. They're going to play it ahead to the Kraken blue line. They're down 16-12 in the shots. And Sir from the Six, good evening, sir. Great to have you along this evening. Hope you're excited for a great um, season of hockey to come. But also, I know you'll be covering the basketball, so I'm hoping things going there good for you to start your season. I've seen you've had a couple of shorts there that did pretty well. That's one thing I don't mess around with too much. I had the one success, so I think that's where I'll can it. The huge Connor McDavid news. That one was kind of funny to actually be honest with you. Oilers Nation sends out a tweet early in the morning, and they're like, hey, Connor McDavid's still our captain. I'm like, whoa, breaking news! But actually, you had some legit news there, and that was fun. All right, here we go. Connor McDavid in the face-off dot. 14:36 to go. Puck goes behind the Kraken net. Played out. There's a player without his helmet, Brendan Tanev. And that will be an icing call regardless. I think that's why he was taking his time getting off the ice. That's the rule, right? You got to get off the ice if you don't have a helmet or get it back on. And for Tanev, he couldn't get it going. Oh. All right. We're up over 9,081 subscribers now, folks. Again, thank you so much for that. That means the world as we close in on 9,100 and, of course, closing in on 10,000 at last. Here we go. Oilers fans all jacked up. We're in for a good period of hockey here. We're over 3,000 views on the stream. Now trying to gun up for 4,000 before the hour's over. We got 50 minutes to get there. And 919 views to go. The Oilers in possession of the puck behind the Kraken net. Kane, power move behind the net, doesn't come up with it. Puljujärvi enough to hold the man up. Evan Bouchard, the nice play there. Gets across to Kulak, does McDavid. Shot comes in. Blockered away by Mr. Grubauer with the pads. Connor McDavid in flight. Bushbaum coming. Save made. Rebound can't be handled by Puljujärvi. Overskating it's Brett Kulak. And now here comes the puck. Bouchard goes across, and we'll see what he can get done, playing it back to Mr. Brett Kulak, who will skate in his own zone. And suddenly, we started this second period at like 8:04, and absolutely. Now we're all the way down to 13:38. Connor McDavid's going to play it across to Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan back to the blue line. Shot fired, save, tip from the side of the net. Can't go on the rebound. And it goes back into the middle of the ice where Ryan Murray keeps it alive for the Oilers across to Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie is going to get this one going into the zone. Shoots it in. And that puck died along the boards near the Oilers bench. And Kraken somehow come up with it. Couldn't tell you. This one bounces again funny in the Kraken zone. And the Kraken come up with it that time. And this one's going to be played ahead by McLeod. Niftily to Nuge, though, who has the trailer coming. Shot saved. And, ooh. Tough to go. Yes, this game is only available on the Oilers viewing region online, which is the Northwest Territories, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Unless you want to go try and click the live game feed if you haven't already, Mr. Man. As I'm sure we could get that going for you if you try and click that link. But if you want to be the test subject to tell me it's not working, that would be great as well. Tyson Barrie walking in, robbed point blank. And my friends, this is going to be one heck of a period of hockey, just simply because, we're getting it going. Bouchard rolling into form here. Chris passes right on the tape, and that bomb from the point. And what's David Staples tweeting about? I've been away on holidays for 2 weeks, so getting my first look at Dylan Holloway in game action. All right, so he's saying he looks good. Campora, Italy, the family in there from. All right, it's their first NHL game. All right, is there anything else we need to know? Jack Campbell is a heck of a goalie. Yes, he is. And Dave Dryden was the first starting goalie for the Oilers. All right, that's who he is. He was the first ever starting goalie for the Edmonton Oilers way back when in 1972. That's pretty amazing. All right, what do we got? Middle frame incoming. Leon Draisaitl out to the bench. And... There we go. We are ready to go. We're just kind of on a period stoppage, commercial break, because simply put, that was a lot of hockey in that first 8 minutes without a stoppage. All right, let's go get this done, get back to hockey. Leon Draisaitl in the face-off dot. First look here in a while at the Dylan Holloway line. It's weird to be calling it that, but it's what it feels like, man. That man is an electric factory all to himself. And here we go. Let's get this period back underway. The face-off won by the Kraken. Shot fired into the middle of the ice. Darnell Nurse will skate it ahead for the Oilers on the turnover. Shot blockered away by Grubauer that time, actually. Blockered away instead of by the pads or something silly with me miscommunicating words. This one back to the point. Darnell Nurse got it. He's going to fire a puck down into the zone. Dylan Holloway is going to come up with it on the other side of the ice. And it's going to be back to Kraken possession in behind the net, where they're going to get it up and down the ice. And this one worked there by the Kraken into the Oilers zone now. And 12:21 to go in this second period. 12:12 actually, I misread the number. The eyes are getting tired. Also, that light's been on a while. But this one goes pinballing out of play. And that, my friends, is a stoppage in play I needed. Ugh. Tough first period, tough first intermission. The second period was a fun start, but it powered me down pretty quick. And now we just got to get things going. Condors goal in less than a minute, going to be a good one. Greatest offense in preseason history. Well, I mean, that Kraken offense is quite high powered, that is for sure. As this one turned over, and the Kraken are going to move it in around the Oilers' net. And back into their own blue line there quickly, as I'm misdescribing plays and stuff. But there we go. I just kind of rearranged my headset, and now I can hear properly. And I can hear that I'm also sounding a little beat up. It's been a lot of live streaming here early in this preseason. 11:39 to go in this second period. The Oilers rocking and rolling solidly through another period of hockey here as the Kraken move it across. And nothing much of substance happening here, as it's been a pretty ho-hum second period since that big old chance there for both teams, rocking and rolling 4.5 minutes straight of back and forth hockey. And now the Kraken suddenly get it across the blue line and maybe start something going. The Oilers defense stands tall. Chip it ahead. Puljujärvi outlets there to McDavid. McDavid with his wingers wide. Puljujärvi rips the shot. What a shot there. Walking into it, but a save by Grubauer. And will be held on 11:00 on the board to go in this second period. That was a nice play by Connor to dish it off to Yessi, who drew the lane wide open. And, well, he just drove the puck right through it. And almost had himself a puck that fooled Grubauer. Not enough, though, and that's unfortunate. Is that one? A good shot, though. And we're all right. We're looking all right. 383 views in 15 minutes. I think we're going to do that whole trick we need to get done to get things going tonight. As we are up to 3,211 views on the stream. What is the score? It is 1-1, if I haven't mentioned that recently. It's 1-1. 10:56 to go in this second period. Not much really happening here in the middle part of the middle frame. 19-16 the shots for the Oilers. Ryan McLeod's going to get this one going. It's going to be shot by Ryan Murray. Off to his partner Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who sees this one go down low. And Ryan McLeod will move this one ahead. Quiet night from the fourth line, but again, as expected when you've got as many NHL regulars as you possibly can in the NHL preseason lineup. 10:35 to go here in this second period. Puck's rimmed around the boards. It's going to go, and I think I'm done after the second because I just sound cooked. As back the other way comes James Hamlin, who's going to chip it ahead, and that's going to be played there. Yanni Gourde plays it. He's had a night active with the puck, but it's turned over. Nugent-Hopkins got an opportunity here. However, that is not a good enough chance to get it through. Derek Ryan tangled up, gets it to Ryan McLeod. Ryan McLeod goes across, and, well, that's to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse back to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins will move it back to McLeod, and suddenly this third line's got something cooking behind the Kraken net for a brief second. Back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse is going to play it. We'll go to Ryan McLeod. McLeod across to Devon Shore. Devon Shore is going to play this one down into the corner. It's met there by Derek Ryan, who gets it there again down to Devon Shore. Devon Shore on the point pass, gets down, shot low, and Grubauer sees that puck. Oh, what a chance there for Shore to be Johnny on the spot and cash a goal. But it is Philip Grubauer who ends up holding on to that puck. Cody Ceci all the way pinched down. Can't believe that puck doesn't go in. That was a beauty of an opportunity there from the Oilers. And look at that, Cody Ceci on the pinch, creates traffic. That puck pushed out by Derek Ryan, and then the backdoor chance from Cody Ceci and Devon Shore doesn't go into the net, and that was a tight, tough chance. And just that far from scoring a big goal were the Oilers. Alright, just going to quickly see what we got here. And see what we can get going here. 3286 times 2.3 divided by 60. We are pacing 125 hours on the stream. Thank you so much, folks. That is phenomenal for you hanging out with me tonight, just watching the Oilers play hockey on a live stream. It's getting cold in the basement. And see what we can do. There we go. We'll turn on the heater. Let's see what we get going. Is there anything here? Live from Alberta, why the Edmonton Oilers will win the Stanley Cup. Maple Leads, smashing picks and interviews, hockey stories and hot takes, sports content for Canadians, host NHL vet Luke Gazdick. Alright, I did not know that Luke Gazdick had Maple Leads as a kind of thing he was doing. Okay. Good for Luke Gazdick. That's solid. We need more people in the space. Alright. Just taking a second to breathe. There's the Timbit. Alright. Is there anything else we need to know here prior to this period resuming with 9:29 on the board and it's a 1-1 hockey game? I really don't think so. Stream's kind of steady eddied out and we are rolling here right now. Liverdew, good evening. And we will quickly just hide the user on the channel there. And we should be good to go here. As hello, Mr. Cat. How is my cat tonight? As this will be flipped ahead to Jack Campbell, who freezes up. And just like that, we have another freeze in the action. I'm going to take a second to pet my cat. Don't mind me. Let me pet my nice cat. You are a good cat. You're a good cat. And we are closing up towards 8:30 now. It's 8:20 and the cat just all kinds of turned around there. Mr. Kitty. Be good, kitty. Anyway, the Oilers still waiting to get this period back underway. This second period started over hot and then it started slowing down real quick. And here we go. Leon Draisaitl is going to push this one forward. The Kraken take the face-off win. Shot back on Jack Campbell. And we'll do this whole thing all over again one more time to the left of Jack Campbell this time. Hey, Mr. Buddy. Hey, Mr. Buddy. Anyway, there's not much going on here in this second period. Both teams getting shots, nothing of substance, a couple of good looks both ways, and that's really about it to really report so far through this period of play. Anyway, we are looking pretty good here as well. That short that I was mentioning, the Connor McDavid short, is also doing pretty well. And that, that Vermilion Tigers fight's doing alright. Actually, we have a bunch of videos doing alright tonight. Either way, the Oilers lose the face-off again. Kraken fire the shot up high over top of the net. Goes into the corner. And it'll be moved there. Tyson Barrie picks up the puck. 8:58 to go in this second period. Shot goes across. Rebound. Oh my goodness. Wow. Off the crossbar. And that is a goal for the Kraken. I mean, they literally should have had like 3 goals on that sequence. And finally, somebody somewhere cashes the puck. Beniers cashes it finally for the Kraken. That was a mess of a play. Jack Campbell flopping, scrambling all around. And finally, it goes into the back of the net. Folks, welcome in if you're just joining. The live stream to tonight's broadcast for the Oilers is at the top of the chat. Totally legit link. Nothing malicious there. You can go watch for free everything. It is 100% at the top of the chat. And Beniers scores the goal. And Jack Campbell, I mean, when you're that turned around in the net, it's more than likely going in. Unless your name's Mike Smith. But he gets beat 2-1 Seattle, which means if the game continues the way it has, that means the Oilers, my friends, are going to go score themselves the next goal, but the Kraken trying their best to score another goal here as they've got it at the Oilers' point. Now this one moved ahead, and Ryan McLeod trying to poke this one past a man. He's going to backhand it down and across. Murray's got it to Barry. Barry ahead to Hamlin. Hamlin chips it in, and you got to feel with Hamlin elevated to the third line, this is his chance. Make it happen right here. You can make the Oilers roster with something in this second period elevated to that third line. Nugent Hopkins, Hamlin right there. Hamlin shot. Good look. Good luck, Grubauer. But there's a penalty coming up against the Kraken. And that was a really good look for James Hamlin. Cross check upcoming. Hagiki. And just tune in. Bad luck because that was a score. No, I just think that was just some really bad bounces for the Oilers that they just couldn't buy one, and it ended up on a Kraken stick. But we get a power play right out of the gate. I said, right? History in this game dictates we score the next goal after getting scored on. And now we're going to look to see to do it. And that puck is actually going to be dropped properly. Sure, they call it good. And it's going to go down the ice to the net keeper, Mr. Jack Campbell. Now Tyson Barrie, the goal scorer, he's got it across. And, well, there's Connor McDavid. He falls down, but it gets across to Leon Draisaitl, back to Barrie. Barrie D to D to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent back to Draisaitl. One-timer shot. Nope. Just kidding. Blocked. And this one's going to be back and to the point to Nuge, who's looking for an option. Wheels to the backhand. Back to Barrie. Barrie's got Draisaitl. Draisaitl's looking. Back to Barrie. Draisaitl. Barrie to Nuge. Nuge the shot. Save. Kane's in front. Nuge across to Draisaitl, who flips up on it. Oh, that was McDavid fluffing on it. Uh-oh. And this one's now a chance here for the Oilers. They'll get it down. Back to McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. And Barrie absolutely clubs out. Just something about that spot on the ice. Not a good spot to be skating for some reason. 7 minutes to go in this second period. That's about it for that opportunity. And now it'll be a chance the other way. Gord's going to flip it across to his man, killing the penalties with him. Not going to work out. 6:46 to go. The Oilers are going to try and get this attack back underway. Nuge, I think Holloway, McLeod, Bouchard are the ones I know that are on the ice now. It's moved ahead to McLeod. McLeod bodies it ahead. In on the attack comes Puljujärvi on the second power play. And that's the thing with Holloway legitimately in the lineup. The Oilers do have two power play units that look dangerous so far in this preseason. Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard out there. A little bit of confusion between Holloway and McLeod. And now this one's moved ahead to McLeod, who will get in on the forecheck. And somehow that's icing. That's an ugly call. That's a really ugly call. They're talking about Darnell Nurse being upset with it. I would say so. That's a very ugly call on that icing call right there. And they're going to drop the puck at center, knowing the mistake was made. And it's preseason. 4 goals in 4 games for Matty Bernier's. The Oilers in 7-1 starts. No, I want to start 8-0, baby. I want to start 8-0 because those 7-1 starts mean the seasons get messy quite quickly. So I want to go out there and dominate all season long. No mercy, 8-0. 5:45 to go in this second period. 2-1 for the Kraken. 22-18 the shots for the Oilers. And we are just about done in second period of play. And now all that matters to me is just crossing 3,500 views, and we'll call it a day. And here we go. We got an icing call against the Kraken, and a face-off for the Oilers upcoming with Murray and Kulak on the ice. Personnel changes. And some fans jamming out. Derek Ryan to take the face-off on this fourth line with Devon Shore, getting him a little bit of a look at center ice now. Across, Kulak comes with the shot, fired up high. Rebound, Devon Shore fires it up off a body over top of the net. Brad Malone's out there, who was noticeable physically in that first period. Puck comes to the line. Kept. Oh, what a keep by Brett Kulak. Love that. And there's a far-reaching pass that actually works out. Okay, that's sure. And now a chance here for the Oilers as they drive this to the net. And Brad Malone sails it just wide. 5 minutes to go in this second period. Back the other way into the Oilers zone. Jack Campbell thought about playing it. Doesn't. The Oilers out. And we'll get it going. My theory on Broberg is this is the game where Ryan Murray earns the right to be in the opening night lineup. That's my theory on it, is Ryan Murray is out there tonight to earn the right to be in the opening night lineup. That's all it looks like to me, is Broberg's guaranteed a roster spot, but it's just a matter of who starts game one for the Oilers. And I think, judging by it, it is going to be Ryan Murray. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You don't want to put, and right, Broberg did a lot to gain some muscle and really bulk up to be an NHL defenseman, but that also means he had to change a lot about his physical game and what it means to him. So, unfortunately for them, it is one of those things for him. He's got a situation to try and figure out, right? He's got to figure out how to play with that bigger body. He's got to figure out how to try and grow into it and get it done. They're playing the separated berth games at the Oilers Arena right now, Rogers Place in the downtown Ice District. I'm struggling in this second period to make words. Oh my goodness, that's classic, the glass and everything. And we're just going through. Nice period break. 4:47 to go in the second period. 2-1 for the Kraken. Folks, if you're just tuning in, but I really don't feel like anyone's tuning in now, the link to the game is at the top of the chat. And right now, you can just go there and watch that for sure. And then they don't seem to have a boss elf guy. Oh, actually, they do. Look at that guy. That guy looks like a guy I know, but that guy wouldn't be at an Oilers game. Trust me, the fun part about knowing people in Southern Alberta, 99% of them wouldn't be up at the Oilers game, unless they're a friend. My guys that come into my work all the time, they're great guys. Not quite friend level, great guys. And because they're not quite friend level, they're not Oilers fans. That's what's keeping them from being friend level. They're not Oilers fans. Aha! Here we go. 4:30 to go in this second period. 2-1 for the Kraken over top of the Oilers. This one goes back behind the net. Darnell Nurse sees Cody Ceci go after it. It's rimmed around the boards and now back to the blue line. Shot from the point, the Kraken. Denied by Jack Campbell, and we'll have a face-off to his left with 4:15 to go in this second period. All right. Just quickly rolling through things here. We're having one heck of a day here on Dolynny TV, and thank you again, folks. I can't thank you enough for all the support here on the live streams in the preseason. It's been absolutely phenomenal to have you along for what I expected to just be a funny kind of, oh, it's only going to happen once and then everyone will kind of let it play itself out. But actually, it's been incredible to see the support on the streams so far. Now crossing 3,500 views on tonight's stream. That's again like a top 25 stream all time on Dolynny TV, so we're not going to mind that at all either. 4:15 to go here in this second period. Face off down and one sideways by the Oilers, and it goes chipped into the middle of the ice. 4:11 to go here in this second. Now it comes to Connor McDavid, who sees two Kraken emerge on it, and that is it. Tipped out there and played back to the blue line. Now Puljujärvi across. Chance there for Connor McDavid. Couldn't bust in enough. Chance to the front. Couldn't get it out. And now back the other way come the Kraken. They're going to move this one ahead. And it's going to be played down. 3:44 to go here in this second period. Oilers in their own zone, resetting, getting the line shuffled around, getting things ready to go. I believe it'll be the second line over the blue line. Actually, it's still the top unit. Puljujärvi the shot. And he is denied on a gorgeous opportunity by Philip Grubauer. I'm not even impressed by the shot by Puljujärvi. I am impressed that heads-up pass by Evander Kane to get it across to Puljujarvi. That was a thing of beauty. And secondary to that, folks, just as we have a stoppage in play, you see the green screen up there, the Dolynny TV stuff. I got some news to break to you. We've got a retouch, a little bit of a rebrand, a minor retune, if you would, coming to the Dolynny TV colors and stuff here in the next couple of days, just more or less to reflect where the Edmonton Oilers are at in their jersey journey now. Kind of get back to those colors that the Condors and that jersey have, as opposed to the old school colors from last season. Anyway, the Oilers across the blue line. It's going to be played. Nifty play there. Hamblin off to Murray. Murray, Hamblin, shot fired in net. Oh, Nuge just put it up over top. Murray's got it at the blue line briefly. Goes over his stick and back into the neutral. 2:56 to go in the second period. The Oilers keep the pressure coming. Hamlin's going to rim it around the boards. It's going to go to the far side, batted there, and the Kraken retrieve it. Adam Larsson behind his own net. It's interesting. This one played ahead. Shot fired in by the Kraken. 2:30 to go in this second period. Shot fired out of the Oilers zone, so now 2:26 on the clock. The Kraken re-enter. This one back, chance here, and nothing moved there. Brad Malone's on the ice now for the Oilers. He'll flip it ahead, go in there and get a chance maybe on net. Nope, but he's again physical, bumping the man and making himself noticed. I've loved that from him all night. That's been a very good takeaway. Derek Ryan plays this one off to Devon Shore, who bats it ahead. 2-minute warning, folks. We are just about done. Quick note on Nemo. I think Nemo's done enough. I just think he's a victim of the cap crunch. That's it. That's the problem for him. Shot coming in, fired. No chance there. And now Mr. Leon Draisaitl will move this one over. Skate this one around. $1:41 to go in the period. He's got his, quote-unquote, what has been the top line tonight on the ice now, just based on how they played. And that's the really fun thing to say about Dylan Holloway. Shot fired off the boards. Zach Hyman chasing this one around behind the net. That's going to allow McDavid to be on the ice as well. I guess Holloway's not out there. The Oilers looking for the evening goal. McDavid rim around, goes for the wrap. Couldn't get it. Shot from Barry coming and fired in front. Shot to Leon Draisaitl. It goes off a skate and he couldn't regroup it quick enough. Now Draisaitl back to McDavid. McDavid going to the blue line. This looks like a power play for the Oilers, quite honestly. Barry across. Draisaitl with the puck, just the way he's skating. That's who I know it is. Off to Hyman, back to Barry. Barry across to Kulak. Kulak down to McDavid on the near side boards. Draisaitl goes in front, turns it immediately over. Jordan Eberle picks up the puck. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler, I guess. I can still pass to you, can I, Ebbs? And back up the boards it goes, and down the ice, and 3:49 to go in the second period. All right. That was a good wheel and deal by the Oilers, that's for sure. Good shot from Barry, who's had dangerous opportunities. Draisaitl just couldn't handle that puck. And my friends, we are going to cross over 3,500 views, up to 3,600 views on the live stream. And that is going to be our night here on Dolynny TV tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got 34 seconds to go as we look to close this one out. If you've just tuned in, the stream link is at the top of the chat. I will wish you a happy, healthy second intermission and third period. Have some beer, have some wings, have some pop, whatever you're doing on your Friday night. And we will catch you in a stream coming soon or in the video, right? The game review. Love to have you along for the game review. We got 13 seconds to go in the period. My friends, we are up on, pretty much done. This one goes to neutral. The Kraken played around, but hold on. Last second chance for Kane. Kane's going to fire it off the blocker. Rebound goes in front, and it's cleared away by the Kraken. And that, my friends, will do it for the second period of play. A 2-1 score after 40 between the Oilers and Kraken. The Kraken leading 2-1. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening, folks. You have been phenomenal. We end up finishing this stream with 3,600 views on the night. And I will give you a quick update on how many watch hours we had, because that's always the exciting part. 2.45 times 3,602 views. I was stalling. Yeah, I was. 147 hours. Thank you so much, folks. I'm Tyson, this Dolynny TV. On your way out, if you could please hit the subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. Have a great rest of the night. Start to the weekend. Party hard. Saturday morning's meant for sleeping in. I'm up on